ONN. This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Here are your hosts, Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Welcome to On the Money. I am Dave Biddle, joined by Scotty Vegas, Ryan Baker at the controls. Scotty Vegas, how we doing this evening, my friend?
Oh, I'm terrific. I'm here with you, and I'm about to talk sports gambling. So I am fantastic. How are you, Dave?
I am doing very well. You're like me, although I think you're even more upset than I am that the U.S. Open is about to end. Because you've just been cleaning up with gambling. I've been doing pretty good. I was thinking, man, I've been doing pretty good with the U.S. Open gambling. Then I checked in with you. Like, I haven't been doing nearly as good as you. But you know what's really cool? Forget about the gambling just for a second. Just for a second, because this is a gambling show. The fact we're going to have an American man in the U.S. Open finals is really cool.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I mean, the last time that an American won it was Andy Roddick. And look, whichever American, TFO or Fritz, whoever wins in the semifinals is probably going to be an underdog to whoever wins tonight between Medvedev and Sinner. And I like to call him steroid Sinner now. But the American will probably be the underdog, but it will be just a blast of the fact that we have an American man in the final in the U.S. Open. That's going to be awesome.
All right, we're going to talk a ton of college football. We started off with tennis. We might not talk any more about tennis. We love tennis.
Shouldn't.
We love tennis. We're not going to talk any more about tennis. We're going to talk a ton about football, Ohio State football, college football in general, Bengals, Browns, NFL, all things. Let's start with Ohio State. So Buckeyes are now 39-point favorites. Open at 37. I was thinking, that's kind of low. People are overcorrecting a little bit, I thought. Now it's up to 39. That sounds more about right.
So I got this feeling, Dave, after such a slow start that Ohio State experienced last week, I really, really do believe that Ohio State steps on it this week. I just have that feeling. You know, you get that gut feeling. And again, we're talking about another big-time spread. You know, last week we were talking about that spread being between 48, 49, 50. It kind of went between those numbers throughout the week last week, and it ended up right around 49. But now you're looking at 38, and Western Michigan actually played pretty decent last week. And so I think that's the reason this thing has stayed below 40. But gosh, I just have that feeling that this is blowout central. And the step up from week 1 to week 2, Dave, for me, for Ohio State, I think it's going to be there, and I would lay the points.
I'm with you. And now, listen, I said, if the rain holds off, which it did, I was like, Ohio State will cover. They didn't, so I was wrong. But listen, I'm going to double down. I'm with you. I think people have overcorrected a little bit, and Western Michigan is a better team than Akron. But Ohio State, I think, is more focused now. The fact, as you mentioned, the fact that Western Michigan gave Wisconsin a really good game. Western Michigan was leading that game in the fourth quarter in Madison, 14-13. If not for a really lucky bounce on a punt, who knows what happens in that game. Wisconsin wins 28-14. But, and by the way, now, Wisconsin fans are pretty reasonable fan base overall. I was getting on our Badger 24/7 board, and they're not calling for Luke's head, Scotty, but I found it interesting. They're not happy. They are not happy. We're one game into Luke's second season, and they are not happy, but they're not calling for his head or anything. But Wisconsin fans are not pleased.
Yeah, so I watched a big chunk of that Wisconsin-Western Michigan game because I just threw Wisconsin in to my parlay just as like a throw in the money line. Sometimes you like to build confidence with your parlays, and so I threw in Wisconsin in there and just thinking like, oh, I won't have to pay much attention to this game at all. And then you're right. It was close in the second half there, and Western Michigan actually had a fake field goal, and that was a huge play for them. But then Wisconsin kind of stepped it up late. But yeah, to me, Western Michigan is probably a better team than Akron. But coming into this, the fact that Ohio State now has a game under its belt, we talked about all the new parts to this team, to this Buckeye team, and you look back last week against Akron, and you had 2 defensive touchdowns. And you look back at how Ohio State dominated that game defensively. I feel like that same case is going to happen with Western Michigan, where I'd be surprised if they put the ball in the end zone at all. And then I think the Ohio State offense will absolutely do better. So to me, the 38 is not too many points to give.
Let's look at your updated odds to win the national championship. We'll get into your odds to make the CFP. You and I love these parlays. We're like, did they go away now? They're not up. It's like, no, they waited till Tuesday morning. I love it. The to make the college football playoff parlays are awesome. But let's get into national championship.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, it was basically like a dead heat between Georgia and Ohio State all offseason. Right around plus 325 Georgia, plus 350 Ohio State. After 1 week, the Bulldogs plus 270. The Buckeyes have fallen to plus 450.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They blew out Clemson.
Absolutely. Georgia looked fantastic, right? We don't know how good Clemson is, but we know that Georgia looked fantastic. And actually, you kind of like this. If you are an Ohio State bettor, and look, this is a long-term thing. So now you're getting a little bit of extra value, right? If you were like at one point, we saw Ohio State's odds dip all the way down to plus 350. Now, would beating Akron by almost 50 points change your mind of whether this team can or cannot win the national championship? No, it shouldn't. And so, like, the extra value of going from plus 350 to now you can get them at plus 450, it's just a good thing if you're interested in taking Ohio State to win it all. Now, to me, the headline to me from week one, as far as the national championship odds, is there were 4 teams that I thought had a legit shot to win it all. And now I've kind of expanded my field to 5, and you could maybe get there a little bit, maybe 6 if you want to include Notre Dame. I don't want to include Notre Dame in that field quite yet, but I do think Alabama is a legit threat. And look, I kind of wrote them off a little bit before the season started, but now they are 12-1. You've got Oregon 7-1 and Texas at plus 850. And these are, of course, Hollywood Casino Sportsbook, and that's where we do our betting. But to me, it's 5 deep. How deep is it for you as far as teams that can win it all?
It's interesting because, like, I had Oregon in there. Do we still have them in there?
I do.
Because,
yeah.
Right, are we really going to overreact? Idaho might be, for all we know, the 1AA champion / FCS. By the way, I thought it was like just a couple years ago that they like moved back to FCS. It's like 8 years ago because Idaho used to be FCS. They moved up to FBS. They moved back to FCS. I was like, oh, that just happened. No, that happened like 8 years ago. But yeah, I'm still in on Oregon. I'm with you. I think like 5, maybe 6 teams have a chance. I tell you what, one team I didn't think that had a chance was Penn State. They looked good. I'm not saying Penn State's going to win the national championship, but I wouldn't rule it out. They've got a lot of talent on that team. Now, James Franklin being the head coach gives me a lot of pause, literally. But I like both their coordinators. You bring Tom Allen in as defensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator, you bring him in from Kansas. Drew Aller looks different to me, man. He looks like more confident, just like we know Drew Aller has a strong arm. He looked much better. And who knows, maybe West Virginia is not as good as I thought. I didn't think West Virginia was going to be great, but I thought that'd be a tough game for Penn State, and they whooped them.
That's a great point. Great point, because they're kind of one of those that's on the fringe for me. Can this team really compete to win it all? I just look at James Franklin, and Ryan always brings this up. Look at James Franklin in big games, and I know that West Virginia game is a good win for them, but look at James Franklin when they're playing a legit top 5, top 10 team, and he's just god awful. So, like, for me, it's wait and see still with Penn State. But you're right, they were impressive. That was impressive. Real quick, before we have to go to a break, I just wanted to bring this up because on Sunday, you talked me into Oregon and Boise State and that line because I initially looked at it and I was like, gosh, I kind of like the points with Boise State getting 19. And you were absolutely correct. And you said, I kind of think people might overreact a little bit to what Oregon did this last week. And so I've kind of looked at the research a little bit. Boise State plays no defense. They give up a ton of yards. I kind of agree with you with what you said on Sunday, and so I put some money down on Oregon and giving the points against Boise.
Role reversal. Scotty taking my advice on gambling.
It was good advice.
Up next, let's look at the updated CFP odds on the money.
More of Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
If your air conditioning or furnace stops working in the middle of the night, on a weekend, or over a holiday, there's no reason to wait to get it fixed. For 100 years, Atlas Butler has been here for your family. We're always open, we work on all furnace and air conditioner brands, and it's easy and convenient to request service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler's at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here for my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Affinity is the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy, but they are also much more than that. They help men and women who are experiencing things like low energy, low libido, muscle loss, and weight gain. Turn it all around. You can feel amazing and live better, just like I can. It can be delivered right to your door, which is tremendous. Semaglutide for weight loss and testosterone and hormone replacement therapy for so much more. I've been a customer for years and it works. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
This September, Diamonds Direct's ultimate offer is back, stronger than ever. Diamonds Direct helps you get the perfect jewelry gift with 0% interest. That's right. Enjoy 5 years of 0% financing on any Diamonds Direct purchase. It's your chance to get her the perfect ring with 0 interest and comfortable monthly payments that fit your budget. But act fast. This offer ends September 30th. For details and more, visit diamondsdirect.com. Spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest on approved credit. Only at Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you need a new roof, but you're not sure you can afford it, no problem. Right now, Able Roof is offering no payments, no interest until 2026 for qualified buyers. Yep, that's the same Able Roof that's been voted the #1 roofing company in Columbus by Consumer Choice Awards 22 years in a row. Want more? Able Roof will give you up to $1,000 off a new roof, siding, or windows. This is a limited time offer, so call Able Roof today.
Call Able for the proof. 444 roof.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. To Hollywood casinos on the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Dave and I have a little text chain, Ryan on there as well, and we kind of like sending each other messages when different bets are available. And one of our favorite ones right now is to make or to miss the college football playoff. And we love to build these parlays. And so we're going to get into our parlay after week 1's action because it's back up and running. And basically every 5 minutes we were hitting refresh until this bet was offered again. So we are excited about it. It's one we're going to track throughout the entire year. It's one we built before the season and one you can still build during the season. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. But I got to tell you guys a little story about week 1 college football betting because it just happened to be my favorite weekend of all time in football betting. I've had some good big golf wins, but I've never quite had the night that I had during the LSU. Yeah, let's go. Parlay party during the LSU USC game. And it was the most ridiculous bet. It's not a bet that I would even recommend to people. And so people were texting like, why didn't you share this bet before you made it or right after you made it, before it started? And I'm like, well, the problem is it was so outlandish that I wouldn't recommend it. Like, it ended up being 4 different tennis matches, all 4 of which were underdogs, slight underdogs. And then the last game of the parlay was USC plus 10.5. And it was
just bought a new house.
And it was a night. Yeah. And it was a night where just all the tennis matches came through. I was at a buddy's house and they were doing their fantasy draft, and I am in their living room watching the women's tennis match between Coco Gauff and Navarro. And I'm screaming at the TV, and people are thinking I'm an absolute nutcase, which maybe I am a bit of a nutcase, but
You are a nutcase,
I
though.
needed Coco Gauff to lose, and everybody else is like, "What? We love Coco Gauff," and I'm like, "Not tonight, you don't." And so I had
another American you were betting on. That's all right.
And so I had Navarro on the money line, and then that led to the opportunity at it was. I'll just tell you, it was a $200 bet to win $8,000, and it was USC plus 10.5. And so I was starting to get some money on LSU the other way on the money line, and then I was trying to middle the bet. LSU didn't pull off the win, which would have made it an extra monster night, but it was a good night in the Pro Cop household.
Ryan, I love when you and I text Scotty like our bets where we bet 20 and like maybe we win if we're like really, I bet 20 and I won 100. He'll be like, that's cute.
No, I never say that. I'm always excited
he doesn't say
for
that,
it.
but he'll be like, check this out.
My favorite is this weekend on his one bet. He were like, it's so interesting, like, why you bet what you do. He's like, well, who bets $316? He's like, well, that got it over 2,000. So it's just so funny to hear. I was always fascinated, like, why in the world did he just put $363 on this bet? Why didn't he just do like 400 or 350? And
he's looking at what he's going to make, not how much that's a professional bettor for you. Like I'm betting like what I'm betting. He's like, I'm betting what I'm making.
Yeah, that is
like,
correct.
He's like, that's damn
I like
right.
to get over a round number, so I always round up in trying to win the money. This is actually a really good time to remind people, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk.
What do you say?
Let's talk now about the college football playoff and kind of which teams have changed our mind which way to go, in or out. And I think the biggest two movers were Miami, Florida, and Notre Dame. You agree, Dave?
Yes, Notre Dame now has the third lowest odds to make the college football playoff. You're talking about Ohio State. Still, even though Georgia has the best odds to win the national championship, Ohio State has the best odds to make the CFP at minus 750. Then you got Georgia at minus 600. Then you have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish minus 410. After that, Oregon now down to 310. Texas minus 230. So yeah, Notre Dame has gone from like, I had them in all of my like parlays that I did. I love the CFP to make the CFP parlays. Love it. Love the odds we were getting there. The odds aren't so good now if you have like Notre Dame and Miami, but Notre Dame went from like, they were minus money, Scotty. I want to say they were like minus 120, minus 130, something like that, all the way down to minus 410. Miami, I feel like you're still getting decent value, as you pointed out. Miami dropped a lot, but they went from like plus 150 or plus 200 to minus 115. Minus 115 for Miami. Who else is winning the ACC? I mean, maybe Boston College or Georgia Tech, but seriously, Miami's winning that conference.
Ding, 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 ding. If you want to still find
like
value,
NC State.
No, thank you.
Nobody
on NC
does.
State. If you want to still find value out there on the to make the playoff parlays, throw Miami in there. It's crazy to me that they are not like minus 150, minus 200. So I am in on Miami, building those parlays, throw them in there. When we come back, we're going to talk about an incredible party we're throwing on Sunday, and we're going to start giving NFL division winners. That's next on The Money.
This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
The Ohio Chapter International Society of Arboriculture's mission is committed to advancing responsible tree care practices. They remind herbicide and pesticide users to always read and follow the product label. The label is the law, so take the time to know how it should be used and how to use it safely. To find out more, there are over 1,000 qualified arborists in Ohio. Visit www.treesforohio.org to find an arborist near you. That's www.treesforohio.org.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Manny Chopra, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value and have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, and are bound by the highest ethical standards. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, please visit oda.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. You're listening to Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
On ONN.
Scotty, what are you doing Sunday?
I'm joining you at the casino.
Yes! So we're doing our regular show on Sunday, 9 to 11 on the money. Nothing changes there, 9 to 11 a.m. And then we're going to be at Hollywood Casino Columbus from 1 to 2:30 with a special edition of On the Money. And then we're going to do a watch party for the Browns-Cowboys game at 4:25.
Yep.
Cannot wait. It's been too long since I've been to Hollywood Casino. I know you're there every day. I got to get there more often.
Well, I'm going to be there Saturday night for a watch party for the OSU Western Michigan game. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to just sleep on the cot and then wake up the next morning, Sunday morning, and then be at the casino. But hey, we got Browns, Dolphins tickets we're going to be giving out on Sunday. We got all kinds of food vouchers and all that good stuff. So it is going to be a blast Sunday. I can't wait for it.
Let's predict some division winners in the AFC. We're going to do AFC this segment. We'll do NFC next segment. All right. AFC East. I'm going to go a little bit semi off the board here. This team is picked third in their division. I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins plus 225 to win the AFC East. Plus 225. I just like the value, plus 225.
And by the way, the Jets are favored to win the division. It's the first time they've been favored to win the division since 2002. Okay, it has been a long time. And so...
You buying that?
I am not buying on the Jets. I can't do it. And I am with you. I love the offense for the Dolphins. It still scares me a little bit when we get later in the season and the weather starts to turn because the Dolphins turn into trash in late November and December.
And they get to come to Cleveland for the tickets we're giving away, right?
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right.
If you're a Browns fan, you're like, yeah, bring the Dolphins to us.
But I'm joining you
fall, early winter
with picking Miami in the division.
All right, let's go. Speaking of the Browns and the Bengals and the Ravens and the Steelers. AFC North, who you got?
I'm going with your Cincinnati Bengals. Part of the reason I love the schedule. I love the fact that they're playing the fourth place schedule. And I just love the talent. So I actually am on your Bengals. Are you in agreement with me?
I am. I have the Bengals written down there plus 150. So like if you're betting on the Ravens are the slight favorite at plus 140. You're really splitting hairs. Plus 140 for the Ravens, plus 150 for the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals at plus 150. Let's move to the AFC South. I'll go chalk here. I'll take the Houston Texans at plus 105.
Yeah, gosh, I like the Colts this year. I told Ryan during the break.
You like the Colts every year.
I do, but they're sneaky good. Anthony Richardson, I think, is going to have a big year. By the way, if you're doing your fantasy draft soon or whatever, I think he's a sleeper and a good pick. But
he's not a sleeper.
Go.
He's picked as the 5th best quarterback in fantasy.
Well, all right. Let me throw this hot take out at you then.
You've stopped playing fantasy. Stop giving people fantasy advice.
Let me give you this hot take then. He will be a top 4 fantasy quarterback for this year.
Ryan, I'm feeling another bet.
I mean, didn't you learn from this last year?
No, I'm feeling another bet.
All right.
Okay. The Bengals said he can't throw.
You're taking us to the Pine Club? Is that the bet?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm going to take the Texans in the division. That's the smart pick.
Okay.
That's the safe pick.
All right. AFC
CJ's
West.
a beast.
AFC West.
Okay. Do we even need to spend time on this one?
No, obviously it's going to be Jim Harbaugh. All he does is win, win, win no matter what. Did I just say that?
Yeah,
it's going to be the Chiefs.
That was gross.
It's going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. So, by the way,
minus 250 though. I don't like the value. I wouldn't actually bet on it. Minus 250.
You and I are in agreement on all four divisions. If you were to parlay all 4 together, 21-1. Ryan, let's get your take. Is there any division that we were wrong about?
Hold on, you guys didn't agree on the AFC South, right? You took the Colts. He took the Texans.
He took the Texans, but he had to throw the caveat of his man
me in the
love
break,
for the Colts.
I didn't lie. I said they're the sleeper.
Colts. You said they were winning.
They're going to be a playoff
It'd be
team.
like me saying Tiafoe's going to win tomorrow, but I won't be surprised if Fritz does, or Friday, not tomorrow.
Guys, I think I don't believe in the Dolphins. I still think the East is the Buffalo Bills. And I don't think the Texans win the South. I'm not sure if it's the Colts or the Jags. I'm leaning the Colts, but I don't think that the Texans win the South.
Up next, let's take a look at the NFC division winners on the money.
More of Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
Common Man and T-Bone here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, do you know that there's games going on this weekend?
Oh, I know. And your game day headquarters is the sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Massive TV walls, 12,000 square feet, and all the gaming action you could want.
Wager at one of 4 betting windows and 30-plus betting kiosks. Beat the crowd and reserve a table for all game days this fall at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Wow, private table. Must be nice. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wake up. Breakfast. And Nature Made vitamins. Whatever your morning sounds like, Nature Made fits right in. Whether you're looking for vitamin C or a multivitamin to get key nutrients, we've got you covered. Now that's a good morning. We take care of you so you can take on your day. Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. Home values in the city, well, they're sky high. We know that. You have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market has peaked. So if you're thinking about selling, it's the right time. Except for 2 things. High interest rates are going to burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Pretty smart, right? Truehold is going to make you a solid cash offer, not a lowball offer like the others, and it's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, secure your retirement, and do whatever you want with it. It's your cash. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. TrueHold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much TrueHold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. Again, that's TrueHold.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Hollywood Casinos on the money. On the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
We are building NFL parlays. Now we are looking at division winners, and we're going to go to the NFC and start out with the NFC East, where I've got the Eagles. I know that they are the favorite. It seems like this division goes Eagles, then Cowboys, then Eagles, then Cowboys, then Eagles, then Cowboys, and nobody cares about the Commanders or the Giants. I think it's going back to the Eagles this year. Do you agree, Dave?
I do, and for a while it was like pick any of the four. It was like Eagles or Cowboys or Commanders or Giants. They just kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But you're right. Both of those are the overwhelming favorites. The Eagles minus 135, Cowboys plus 175. Ryan Baker's Commanders 11-1.
Ooh,
11-1.
You like the value?
No, I like the Eagles at minus 135. No, I don't love them. I just don't see. Now, the value for the Commanders, I see where Ryan Baker's coming from. I don't see the Commanders having a better record than the Eagles this year. I just cannot see that happening.
Convince me, Ryan.
Here's the only thing I'm saying about the Commanders. Every year there's some team that comes out of nowhere and wins a division. And we're like, how in the hell did that happen?
Yep,
it's true.
They've changed the two most important positions on a football team, which is their head coach. And I think Dan Quinn is a pretty good coach. He had a run before. This is his second go-round. A lot of times guys in their second go-round get things right.
And changed ownership, to your point.
If Jaden Daniels is the answer at quarterback for them, meaning he is a serviceable quarterback, he can play middle-of-the-road, top 10 quarterback for the Commanders this year, I think they have a shot because there's something about this Philly team, as good as they are and as good as I think Saquon Barkley's going to be, there's something inside this team that isn't right. You're starting to hear a lot of rumors about things that happened at the end of last year inside the organization between the players and Sirianni, and somebody's got to win that division. I don't think it's the Cowboys. I'm not saying the Commanders will, but if they do, it's not going to shock me.
Okay. You did not convince me. Okay. I'm still going with the Eagles. All right, NFC South. Let's pick a winner there. I think a lot of people love the Falcons, obviously, and what they did this offseason with Kirk Cousins. I will make the argument that this is the division where we're going to have that surprise team that comes out of nowhere that no one expected to win it. And I'm not saying that they're actually going to do this. But I think the Carolina Panthers are sneaky this year. Again, playing a really, really favorable schedule.
Bryce Young fan club over here.
Bryce Young in year 2. Don't be surprised if they go over their win total. Give me, though, the Falcons to win the division.
He's shorter than Kyler Murray.
What do the kids say? Too small, too small. No, I'm with you. I'm not going with the favorite just because I don't like the value. Now, if I'm picking straight up, I'm taking the Falcons. But I don't like the value at minus 135. I'm with you on taking one of the underdogs. I'll take the Bucks. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks at plus, because of the value, plus 325. I really feel like that division is going to be up for grabs somewhat. I just like the value there. Plus 325 for the Bucks, which is the second lowest odds. The lowest odds are the Falcons at minus 135. So give me the Bucks at plus 325. All right, let's move on.
NFC North, I am going Lions, and what they did at the end of last year was incredible. I know that they blew that game against San Francisco down the stretch, but man, I love what the Lions are doing. I love their lines, offense and defensive line. Give me the Lions to win the North.
I agree with you if we were betting straight up, but we're not. Give me the Packers plus 225 because I like the value there. I feel like the Lions are the better team, barely. You're getting plus 125 with the Lions. You're getting plus 225 with the Packers. I like the value there with the Packers. I think it's almost a coin flip, Ryan Baker.
You guys both know I love the Lions this year.
Yeah.
I'm as high as I am on the Bengals in the AFC. I'm that much.
I know you're a Bengal fan.
I'm as that high or maybe even higher on the Lions
I
in the
just
NFC.
love that Ryan's finally, he's a Reds fan. Now he's come around. He's a Bengals fan.
No, I hate every minute of it.
Come full circle.
Why'd you guys have to pick Joe Burrow?
I'm going to go with a surprise team from the NFC West. Most people think it'll be the 49ers. I don't. They've had an interesting offseason, and I know they've ended up signing guys that it was kind of wait until the last minute for it to happen. But I like the Rams. I think the Rams are the value in the West. I'm going to pick them to... I think 49ers might have a little bit of that Super Bowl hangover that a lot of people talk about. Give me the Rams in the division.
I was going to go 49ers, but my high school baseball teammate, Justin Lovett, is the catcher not the catcher. He was the catcher for our baseball team. He's the strength coach for the Rams.
Ooh.
So
you're on my side?
He's the head strength coach for the Los Angeles Rams. So give me the Rams.
Okay.
Oh my God, Justin Lovett.
Let me ask you guys this. Could the Seahawks be one of those surprise teams this year?
Yeah, I do.
Geno scares me, but...
And rookie head coach scares me, too.
I trust the Rams out of this division.
Yes.
If you were to give me if you say 49ers do not win this division, I really believe it's the Rams.
And I know, like, Aaron Donald retired, but, like, I feel like McVay is, like, he almost retired after they won the Super Bowl, even though he's so young. I feel like he's, like, ready for, like, one more run. Stafford, ready for one more run. I'm with you with the Rams, man. I think that's good value right there.
And I think that everybody and the three of us agree that the AFC North is the best division in the NFL. However, I do think the NFC West is probably right behind them because I think the Arizona Cardinals with Kyler Murray are going to be improved as well. When we come back, we're going to talk about our new touchdown contest. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be fun all season long. You should join us. Pick who's going to score touchdowns this weekend. That's what we're going to do next on The Money.
This is Hollywood Casinos On the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN. Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You seem pretty happy this morning. I invented a song. You know songwriters have an actual word for inventing a song. Everything we want people to know about eco. Ready? Can't wait. Get eco. G-E-T-E-C-O. Get eco. They can really go. Get eco. For your Cinco. Fix in a blinko. You'll think-o. Hooray. Get eco. G-E-T-E-C-O. Get eco. You'll be cool like snow. Get eco. Like a nice Ringo. Puerto Rico. Get eco today. What do you think? You know we don't serve Puerto Rico, right? I do know that. I mean, the drive alone from Ohio is like, geez. Way too far. But you ran out of rhymes for eco? You gotta admit, the rest is pretty catchy. Oh, it's earworming already.
Get eco.
As is that thing.
You know when you said come over for the fight? We thought you meant your house.
You guys want another round of Bud Lights?
Service is better here. And so is the beer.
Bud Light is back as the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your local Rite Aid might be closing, but don't worry. It's easy to transfer your prescriptions with GoodRx. First, check prices at GoodRx.com or on our app. Then show your coupon to the pharmacist. It's that simple. GoodRx can save you up to 80% on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, GoodRx is free and it works whether you have insurance or not. Download the app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
While the world whizzes by, enjoy a moment of me time with Tim Hortons $6 breakfast bundle. Savor a small hot or iced coffee. Then add your choice of a mouth-watering hot breakfast sandwich and a crispy golden hash brown. And your pick of a classic donut. Yeah. All for $6. All just for you. Make your mornings all about me time with our $6 breakfast bundle. Available at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Price and participation vary. Terms apply.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a hair in my soup. A long purple hair.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help?
Wait, weren't you the Plum Insurance mascot?
What gave it away? My long purple fur?
Something like that.
What if all insurance companies were like NJM and were known for putting their policyholders first, not gimmicks? Then all those insurance mascots would have to get real jobs.
I'll pass on dessert.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to Hollywood Casinos On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
On ONN.
Welcome back to On the Money. Dave Biddles, Scotty Vegas, Ryan Baker. We like to bet on sports, and we like to make side bets with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do a season-long bet in the NFL. Each of us are going to take a player in the NFL. Each week, it's how many touchdowns he scores. Now, it could be a quarterback, but the quarterback has to have a rushing touchdown or receiving. Could be a receiving touchdown for you have to score the touchdown. You can't throw the touchdown. All right, week 1. Give me Derrick Henry.
Oh, okay. You're going with the Thursday night game.
Thursday night game. But like this is not your typical Thursday night game because you're not coming off of like 3 days rest.
Ryan, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go next because
Scotty's already flummoxed.
This is because you don't know who you're going to pick, right?
No, I mean I'm between multiple guys, and
so I've got 3 guys written down. I've crossed one off. So I've got this down between 2 guys, and I wanted to save like the big guys, the McCaffreys, the Josh Allens, the Derrick Henrys, the Jalen Hurts. I wanted to save that for
after they get hurt. Okay,
in the year.
Good idea.
And actually, I just switched my pick.
Oh, just now?
Just now, I switched my pick. I'm going with Saquon Barkley in his first game with the Philadelphia Eagles to score a touchdown.
Saquon
Barkley.
I was actually that's the route I was thinking about going. I was thinking of that's one of the highest over-under totals for the week, and so I was thinking about Saquon. No, it's true. I really did have him written down. I actually think I'm going to go with Josh Allen against the Cardinals. And look, he had 15 rushing touchdowns last season. And it'll be interesting to see what this Bills offense is. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen against the Cardinals. Oh. And again, they have to score the touchdown.
So he cannot throw one.
No.
He has to physically run it in the end zone.
Yep. He's going to physically run 2 in. Yes.
I thought if one of you would pick a quarterback, it'd be Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I thought about him as well.
Who's keeping track of this, by the way? Do I have to keep track of this?
I think you've done such a good job with baseball, right,
then
Scotty?
I don't want the text every week, Scotty, of who have I picked and
I can
what
do
I
it.
have. And
I can do it if you're going to be grumpy
Is it that
about
hard? Is it that hard to write them down on a piece of paper?
Well, no, but I don't always have my dinger pad with me.
That's true. And that does annoy me because I think you should have that everywhere you go. All right, guys, what about week 1 lines? And I want to specifically look at that Bengals-Patriots line because that has kind of moved a couple points, based on news that's been coming out and all that good stuff. But to me, looking at this week 1 kind of entire NFL board, that is the biggest spread on the entire board is the Bengals against the Patriots. And I've always been kind of like, gosh, the Bengals have gotten off to slow starts, but I felt like the Patriots are just so bad that anything under 10 points, I'm kind of in on the Bengals, and I still feel that way.
Yeah, and you're right. It's ticked down a little bit. But
got down to 7.5.
And I wonder if it's going to tick back up because did you see who trotted out to practice today?
I did.
Number
Your
1,
boy.
Jamar Chase, doing the gritty. I don't think he was doing the gritty, but he definitely was practicing. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if you're a Bengals fan, you're like, you do have trepidation, like, because it's the Bengals. You're like, oh, even when they do really well, they start slow, as you just articulated. But I'm with you. It's by far the biggest spread of any NFL game this week. I feel like the Bengals will win this game by double figures. But Jacoby Brissett, I really wish if they were going with Drake May to start this game because Brissett's not a good quarterback, but he's not bad. He's like an average NFL quarterback. And, and an average NFL quarterback can win you a game. So I think the Bengals will win this game. I'm with you, Scotty. I think they'll cover, but we'll see what happens. We'll be there at the casino watching it happen live.
Yeah, so that'll be extra fun. We'll walk up to that little ticket window and we will place our bet on the Bengals. Ryan, will you be joining us on betting the Bengals?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time. The guy I was debating was T. Higgins this week for the touchdowns because I think T probably has a big week 1.
My fellow Bengal fan, I hear what you're saying there.
That line, by the way, did tick back up. The Bengals are 8.5 now. So with the news about Chase playing, he is 8.5 is the line. It was 7.5 this morning. So obviously he moves the line a point.
Jessica Pegula to the finals.
Woo!
Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo Bills' owner's daughter, Jessica Pegula, goes to the finals of the United States Open. Her first Grand Slam final, I believe. She's ranked 6th in the world. I think this is her first Grand Slam final. Way to go, Jessie Pegula. And we'll have an American man in the final, too.
Yeah, that's
either
awesome.
Tiafoe or Fritz.
Yeah, how about that? So, U.S. Open final, we will have at least one American women in the final because there's another one playing on the other side of the bracket. Now, unfortunately, Navarro's going up against Sabalenka, which will be very, very tough to upset Sabalenka. But it's just great, the fact that we've got American tennis on the upswing. And we can start betting more Americans and Fritz and Tiafoe. Just real quick, because I some people do like to bet tennis as well. This is a wide open match to me. This one feels like it's almost like 50-50. If I had to pick one way or the other, I'd probably say Fritz. But Tiafoe has been on fire over the last month.
He does look like a different player. You look at their career record, Scotty, you have to go Fritz, right? Because Fritz has a 6-1 record head-to-head on Tiafoe. But Tiafoe looks like a different player to me. He's always been extremely talented. He just has been inconsistent. He's much more consistent now, and his game is huge. He just fires lasers all around the court. I'm going to take Tiafoe.
Ooh. I would like to see Tiafoe make it. Again, he made it to the final in Cincy. He's been hot. He didn't have a great record against Dimitrov either, and then upset him. So that it's just awesome that we got American tennis doing as well as it is.
It sure is. Up next is Best Bets on the Money.
More of Hollywood Casinos on the Money. On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Coming up on ONN.
The Ohio Chapter International Society of Arboriculture's mission is committed to advancing responsible tree care practices. They remind herbicide and pesticide users to always read and follow the product label. The label is the law, so take the time to know how it should be used and how to use it safely. To find out more, there are over 1,000 qualified arborists in Ohio. Visit www.treesforohio.org to find an arborist near you. That's www.treesforohio.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Manny Chopra, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value and have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, and are bound by the highest ethical standards. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Dental Association, so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, please visit ODA.org.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. Now back to Hollywood Casinos on the money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
From ONN.
Welcome back to On the Money. Scotty, let's make the people some money.
Yeah, let's do it.
Does that sound good?
I love it.
So, you like Fritz in the semifinal against Tiafo.
But I'm not betting that.
Okay.
That's one that I think I lean Fritz, but I just don't see the value in the bet because I think it's almost a 50-50 match. So I will stay away from actually betting it, but I do like Fritz. I'll give you a couple football lines, Dave, that I really like for this weekend. First off, looking at Rutgers minus 23 against Akron. Okay, Akron is coming off a game against Ohio State, and if you I wish I had the exact trends and numbers in front of me. I don't, but when teams play Ohio State the week before, they get beat up. They significantly put all their eggs in that basket in that week against Ohio State, and generally teams struggle the very next week. Rutgers is a pretty solid team. Greg Schiano has shown that he is willing to go and score touchdowns late. He did it last week. And so I like the opportunity for Rutgers to really destroy Akron this weekend. So that line is 23. I'm going to move it down to 20.5, but I like Rutgers significantly over Akron this weekend.
And to your point, poor Ben Finley is still sore.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Oh, gosh, yes.
I lost count of the times I'm like, okay, now he's knocked out of the game. Goes back to the locker room, comes back in. Okay, now he's knocked out of the game. Jack Sawyer just ended his life. Trots back in. Okay, Arvell Reese just killed him. No, he's coming back in for one. Okay, all right, now it's Caden Curry's turn. That kid, I can't believe that Moorhead kept putting him in. Now, you could say it's on the trainers, but I just can't believe that kid kept getting put in there.
It's crazy. That was crazy. I mean, I had people texting me after the game. That was one of the main things that people were texting me. Like, can you believe this guy kept going back in and how he was looking after getting hit and after he took his jersey off and he's sitting on the sidelines, how weird it was, the fact that he was going back in. And that was a strange thing. I want to throw another bet out at you. Look, I made this bet on Sunday morning, right before our Sunday show, but I still like it. And it was Texas minus 5 against Michigan.
Oh, I bet you like that.
Yeah. Now that line has moved up to 7.5.
Yes.
But I would still, if it's at 7.5, I would still move it below a touchdown. But I think Texas wins that game by more than a touchdown on Saturday. I can't wait to watch that one. And then the last one, I'm with you on the Bengals on Sunday. And so I'm going to go with a Rutgers, Texas, Bengals parlay.
Ryan Baker's Bengals are looking good this year. You know what? I'm liking Bowling Green on the money, not the money line. Not the money line. That'd be pretty crazy. Bowling Green point spread at Penn State. Penn State looked really good first week. I feel like there's been some overcorrection here. Bowling Green's going to be one of the better teams in the MAC this year. Connor Bazelak, 7th-year senior, was at Missouri. Ohio State actually looked at him. He's a kid from Kettering-Alter in the Dayton area. Bowling Green, 34.5-point underdogs. I bet you Bowling Green covers that spread.
Yeah, move that a point, though. Get it to 35.5.
Okay. All right. And Penn State looked great. I thought that West Virginia would cover. I thought Penn State would win. West Virginia would cover. It was opened at 8.5, got down to 7.5. Penn State blew them out 34-12. You could say, oh, there was that weather delay that threw everything off. But it wasn't like there was just a weather delay for West Virginia. Both teams dealt with it.
Yeah.
Penn State looked good. Allard looks different. And that offensive coordinator they brought in from Kansas looks good. Now, James Franklin in big games, as we were talking about, not a lot of confidence, but I think both of his coordinators are good. Tom Allen, we know he's a good defensive coordinator, a little off his rocker, but definitely a good defensive coordinator. Was actually a solid head coach at Indiana. And this offensive coordinator they brought in from Kansas, I think was a very good hire.
How about this one? Because you and I were talking about this one on Sunday as well. And you, again, earlier in the show, I said you convinced me on it. I like Oregon minus 20 against Boise. Boise State is one of those teams that is favored to potentially be a playoff team. But Oregon coming off that close game against Idaho, I would give the 20 with Oregon. And then one more that I wanted to throw out at you. Nebraska is a touchdown favorite over Colorado. And Colorado plays no defense. games. And so I think this is like a Super Bowl type game for Nebraska. Like, this is huge for Matt Rule and those fans in Nebraska. So I would go Nebraska over Colorado.
I love that. And Nebraska got housed last year by Colorado, 36-14. You know that they're going to be up for that. And I think it's more than just they're up for it. Nebraska has the better team, and they're playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. They're going to treat that like the Super Bowl because those teams used to be like pseudo-rivals.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching a lot of great Nebraska-Colorado games.
No doubt about it. That is our show for this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. For Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker, I am Dave Biddle. This has been On the Money.
Wake up. Breakfast. And Nature Made vitamins. Whatever your morning sounds like, Nature Made fits right in. Whether you're looking for vitamin C or a multivitamin to get key nutrients, we've got you covered. Now that's a good morning. We take care of you so you can take on your day. Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. Home values in the city, well, they're sky high. We know that. You have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market is peaked. So if you're thinking about selling, it's the right time, except for 2 things. High interest rates are going to burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Pretty smart, right? Truehold is going to make you a solid cash offer, not a lowball offer like the others, and it's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, secure your retirement, and do whatever you want with it. It's your cash. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. Truehold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
This September, Diamonds Direct's ultimate offer is back, stronger than ever. Diamonds Direct helps you get the perfect jewelry gift with 0% interest. That's right, enjoy 5 years of 0% financing on any Diamonds Direct purchase. It's your chance to get her the perfect ring with 0 interest and comfortable monthly payments that fit your budget. But act fast. This offer ends September 30th. For details and more, visit DiamondsDirect.com. Spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest on approved credit. Only at Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have 0-turn, skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com.